I want to continue this talk with Gerrit Cole here. He's getting an MRI on his right elbow as a precautionary thing. I told both of you as a precaution I was going to throw myself down a flight of stairs when I read this news. Uh, Cole has not been recovering as quickly as he normally does, as he would in the past after throwing live. He said that after throwing 3 innings, it feels like he threw a whole game of 100-plus pitches. Is it a cause of concern? Yes. We already spoke about that. You can go watch if you're watching on YouTube. We were talking about in Judge Jedi. But which one are you more concerned about? Because this is what I didn't ask you. Are you concerned about Gerrit Cole or Aaron Judge that he's having an MRI and it's not looking like he might not be available for opening day? It reminds me a little bit too much of that oblique injury that he had a few years ago that put him out for 4 to 5 months.
It's a great question because you're looking at the heart and soul of your pitching staff, and then you're looking at the heart and soul of your entire team. So I really think both. This is the worst possible case scenario for the New York Yankees. This is like ground zero of panic. If you were to ask me to pick one, I would say it's Cole. And the only reason why I'm going to say it's Cole is because of what's behind him. I think last year when you lost Judge, you didn't have Soto there. You didn't have Verdugo there. You didn't have Trent Grisham there, right? Like there are guys that can play the field, that can hit. I'm not going to say they're anywhere close to Aaron Judge. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you have pieces out there that can probably win you some ball games for an extended period of time. Last year's outfield was Jesus. I mean, 13 different guys. So I think when you take Cole off that rotation, it becomes scary. Like Stroman becomes like your 2 essentially, and that's not what we signed Stroman for because Rodon has looked like shit. So when you start looking at what that rotation looks like, what Nestor's your 1, Stroman's your 2, and Rodon's your 3, and Clark Schmidt's your 4, like Jesus Lord, we are 100% hitting the panic button here.
So I'm going Judge because it's a recurring injury. That's a great point, Jedi. He's already missed 4 to 5 months. It's basically the same body part. Obliques are notoriously difficult to come back from, and when you're dealing with core muscles like that, you could very easily get a sports hernia out of that. So, you start straining in and start overcorrecting. It can completely derail a season. And for somebody who's had an injury like that and who is on the wrong side of 30, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. The other side of 30, 32. He's a big man. Those injuries come up and they're tough to shake like that. The only reason it's not Cole, because you're exactly right, Houdini, is because Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery are still in the market. If they were signed elsewhere and there wasn't the possibility of being able to get, replace a Cy Young winner with another Cy Young winner, to even have that opportunity would be a game changer. If they were signed elsewhere, I would go Cole, but I think at this point I'm going Judge.
Yeah. When it comes down, Judge or Cole, who are you more panicked about? I'm also going with Gerrit Cole in this scenario just because of all the reasons Houdini mentioned. I am not certain this rotation that already is a problem with Cole. I just don't see, and it kind of transitions us into the next topic here. Blake Snell time. When is Brian Cashman going to call Scott Boras, maybe even for Jordan Montgomery? And now there's rumors out here that the Yankees have now made an additional new offer to the White Sox for their ace, Dylan Cease. So clearly this is a little bit of the panic button for Gerrit Cole. There's something that we don't know because they wouldn't be having a new offer for Dylan Cease and that being reported if they were so certain that Cole's going to be healthy. However, though, I will say this, which I think is the most important thing to put in consideration for the Yankees. If you're a fan and the organization, I'm not saying give up because I think that's a loser mentality. However, I don't think that trading guys like for a Dylan Cease when you're going to have to give up big prospects is worth it because Dylan Cease is not going to replace Gerrit Cole. Gerrit Cole is Gerrit Cole. He is the best pitcher in baseball. You can't replace the best pitcher in baseball. I don't care if they have Dylan Cease and Blake Snell. Yes, it's great, but I'd rather have Gerrit Cole. He pitches in New York. We know that he can pitch in New York. We don't know what Dylan Cease or Blake Snell will do in the Bronx. Time and time again, Sonny Gray, Frankie Montas, none of these guys have been able to pitch in the Bronx. Gerrit Cole can. I don't think that throwing prospects at a guy for 1 year that you have Soto is almost worth it. I think you might as well just break the bank and go sign Snell if you really want to. Go get Monty too. because money is not really a thing for the New York Yankees. So that's my perspective on this.
Which, I mean, you bring up a great point. Why trade someone when you can go sign somebody? And I think the perfect combination for the Yanks would be Trevor Bauer and Jordan Montgomery. I actually like those two more than I would want Snell or Cease.